And you energy work always makes me one, yawn a lot, but two, occasionally burp, because it's just our voices, our lungs, our breath is powerful. That's how you move energy, is with your breath sound and movement. So, you know, if you start noticing yourself in the middle of a conversation yawning a lot, it might not necessarily mean you're tired. It could just mean you're moving a lot of energy. You're transmuting a lot of energy, whatever that conversation might be. It's just you're letting it go. Letting go the tension, letting go stress, letting go what's not serving you. My intention every time I yawn and every time I do work, though, is to try to make sure that the energy I am releasing is, I don't want the energy just to go out there and do its own thing. I know I can't necessarily control it totally, but my intention when I release it is always for it to be composted and whatever serves the highest and best. That's just what feels good to me. Whether it works or not, I don't know. You know, who knows? I like to believe it does, and I like to believe it matters, because it's just, yeah. I used to, when I first started moving energy, I used to see it as, when it was leaving, I would always turn it to sand, or like that was what I was imagining that energy was becoming, was sand, just like filling up the beaches with beautiful sand. With all that energy I was letting go. But now I don't know. Sometimes it turns to sand, or sometimes I imagine it turning to sand. Sometimes I imagine it turning to light, but generally I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna go turn into a crystal. Maybe it's gonna turn into a rock. Maybe it's gonna I want to say start a volcano. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But I released it, and my intention in releasing it was for it to be of service to the highest and best. We're still letting it go. And that's the other thing that's worth noting too, is if you're, that's why it's so important to get like fresh air in this your living space, to allow the energy to kind of clear out and reset. And so whenever I do any sort of like Reiki stuff in my home, or like if I sage or smudge the place, like it's, you gotta crack those windows, because that energy needs somewhere to go. Otherwise it's just gonna like linger in the space and like re-find where it just was, or someplace new within the home. And it's like, you want that go, and you want that light and life force energy to pour in. So crack those windows, people. At least occasionally. You don't need to do it all the time, but I have very much a routine where it's like every morning I go and open all the blinds, and every evening I go and close all the blinds. And if the weather is nice enough, and by that I mean it's not horrendously muggy, or the pollen isn't so bad that my poor husband and poor animals are coughing and sneezing all over the place, I'll crack the windows pretty often, just to get a good cross breeze going through the home. It just feels so good, especially in the bedroom. Oh my gosh, crack your windows in your bedroom, people. If you have windows, I hope you have a window in your bedroom. If you don't have a window in your bedroom, start to imagine a home where you have that, and start to work towards having a space where you can crack your window, or I don't know, sleep out. I was gonna say sleep outside. Is that a good idea? Do what feels right for you. I'll just leave it at that.